It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel. He's coming off a week where he became the first receiver in NFL history to surpass the 2,000-yard mark in a single season. It's the 49ers and the Jets, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here. Winners of 7 of their last 9 games. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation making his first NFL start.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 67 yards.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
You look at this Niner defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Come on. Hey. First down, New York.
They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Purdy bootlegging it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one. Barton, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 1.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense.
They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Purdy.
And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 5.
And check down, complete to Hall.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin.
And he is going to have a Jets 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Now back to throw.
This pass out wide to Hall. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
He'll buy some time right.
That's to the former Alabama man, Cameron Latu.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Purdy now to throw.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. 44-yard punt, return of 9.
And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 2nd and 4. Sharks got it left side. It'll be a gain of just a yard. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Back to throw again.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to get out to the 32, right down there. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Back to throw, Purdy. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start out with a rematch of that low-scoring Super Bowl 53. New England, the winners of that game, traveling to L.A. to take on the Rams. And it's the visiting side who have the lead in that one. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Dak Prescott, another strong performance as his guys claim victory number 13 on the year. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And things didn't work out for them as they fall to the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out for the second half. Time for us to go back to Levi's Stadium as we'll hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And his throw here's incomplete. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
That is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle made by Caleb Chase on. Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Purdy.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. McCaffrey running up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Let's stay 19.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 3 yards out.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. It was a small, manageable spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Thomas.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And some room to run now.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And all the way to the 2 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that.
Touchdown! George Kittle, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away.
And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second down and inches. Open man here is Conklin.
Big strides. Look at him go.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Conklin, 65 yards.
And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Taking in left side, it's Wilson.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in week 16. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Second and 9 now.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Jets have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, 49ers. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics, friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. This offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Back to throw now on 1st down. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Now back to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Purdy. Sliding out of the pocket. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Roll, roll.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So the Jets now down by 13. 1:51 on the clock. They're going to need a Christmas miracle to pull this one out as they've got it 1st and 10.
Able to connect with Chark.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's a 2nd and 7.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He'll look to throw.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
Open man right side is Sharp. And he's got this down to the 35.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Caught. It's Wilson.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
For the faithful in full war here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for San Francisco, they continue to rack up the victories as